Hello, folks. Let's talk about Saturn transit, which is going to happen on April 28th of this year. It will transit to Aquarius sign until July 10, and after July, it will retrograde back to the Capricorn, and again, it moves back into the Aquarius in January 2023. We can talk about that later, but we're going to talk in general how Saturn transit is going to be in its a Multrikon sign Aquarius. Just a quick reminder that the all my predictions are based off of sidereal Vedic astrology, and you have to create your own chart and find out what sign you are, either ascendant sign or moon sign. So it reverberates both ascendant as well as moon sign. I have attached links with this video. You can create your own chart using those links. Let's see all 12 signs, how it is going to impact each and everyone's life in what areas. Starting with Aries. Aries folks, Saturn is going to transit in your 11th house, one of the most auspicious houses. Since it's a Multrikona sign for Saturn, it's going to do good for you guys. It's 11th house is gains through your work, or the salary that you are going to get through your hard work is the 11th house. So it's going to expand your income zones, but the thing is, Saturn tests you first by giving the hardships in those areas, and then it gives you the results. All this happens in its 2.5 years of its transit in Aquarius sign. Your hopes, wishes you've been dreaming of will get fulfilled if you put lot of hard work in it. Saturn is not going to give you results without your hard work. And Saturn is a karma karka. You and 11th house is for your elder sibling, so there will be a matured advice from the elder sibling related to your work, or there could be any other matured people who are like your elder brother, may help you in your work. It could be at inside the work environment, or it could be outside the work environment, or it could be in your friend circle, since 11th house is also your friend circle. But now you have to put a lot of effort for organizing events such as like the social gathering and that kind of stuff. Earlier it could be somebody was organizing it for you, doing all the hard work, but now it's your turn that you should put your efforts for organizing the social events. Saturn has third aspects, as you all know. So from its 11th house, it is going to aspect the first house, the Aries itself. So, and also Rahu is going to transit to the Aries from the Taurus. Saturn's third aspect will fall on the Rahu as well. So be careful about your health. Health issues may come up, and also be careful about your head. There could be some kind of injuries, or something related to head will come up. Saturn also going to aspect the fifth house, so there will be a little bit challenges with regards to finding a partner. Romantic relationship would be a little bit dry during this time period for sure. Some challenges in your career life in terms of the creativity, and it also puts some challenges with regards to the childbirth. If you have conceived and you are expecting a child, then there could be a lot of challenges come your way. You need to face, you need to overcome in order to get your child. If you already have a child, then you may face some troubles due to your children. Its 10th, Saturn has a 10th aspect. It is going to aspect your 8th house as well. So, your relationship with your in-laws could be a little bit strained now, or little bit kind of distant or dry relationship kind of thing. So, and also there could be a little bit of restrictions from your spouse with regards to your joint assets. It also represents the sudden events. So you are going to, it's good for these kind of sudden events, because Saturn may slow down those sudden events which are going to come in your way. And there could be a chances that you could earn money through inheritance or through the insurance. Those who are into research related to the field underneath the earth, such as mining, petroleum industry, any other kind of gems, jewelry industry, or metal industry, you guys could do better during this Saturn transit. Let's move on to the next sign, that is Taurus. For Taurus guys, Saturn is going to transit in your 10th house, and this will bring new opportunities. It will definitely help you to move in your career. Those who are unemployed, they should really put a lot of efforts in applying for different roles out there, so that you'll get job opportunities from the many streams, because Saturn likes hard work. So those who are constantly applying, persistently applying for the jobs, it will definitely bring in good results for you guys. So keep applying for the job to get recognized at your work. So you have to put a lot of hard work, energy and dedication into this, because Saturn wants you to work hard in order to gain those recognition, gain those name and fame at the work. So you have to put a lot of efforts in that. So if you have strained relationship with your higher authority, this is the good time to show your hard work at work, and prove that you're better than any other person in your team. Saturn is going to aspect your 12th house from its third aspect. So, and also Rahu will be there in your 12th house as well. So this is going to be a little bit challenging in terms of the long distance travels that you are going to take. And it will definitely hurt your sleep. You may find the sleepless nights due to the lot of energy in the night. So it is going to hurt your bed life a little bit. Your long distance travel due to work, but there will be a little bit challenges in your work, like you may get cheated because Rahu is there. Rahu is like a foggy kind of thing, like you don't see clearly from your naked eyes, so that's why you may get cheated due to your work. If you, let's say somebody promises a work in the foreign land, and it turns out to be not that great of a position that as they explained before. So like that, it's a little bit tricky aspect on your 12th house. So Saturn aspects your 4th house as well. So 4th house is for your mother, so there will be a little bit of a strained relationship with your mother. So be careful about those relationship with your mother. And if you're trying to buy a house, you have to put a lot of effort in terms of looking for the house. Make sure you checked all the things that you need to check before buying a house, like the documentations, stuff like that. And if you're trying to build a house, there will be a lot of work, a lot of hard work from your side. Especially same thing goes for the renovations and anything related to your house. It's going to be a little bit challenging during this time period. And if you're trying to buy a vehicle and any other things that gives you the comfort and luxury to you, it is going to be a little challenging. You need to put a lot of effort, a lot of hard work in order to get that. Like for buying the vehicle, the process of buying the vehicle could be a little bit challenging. That you may not get a loan approved from the bank, so you have to find some your spouse to come in to sign the documentation, co-sign with you, or something like that. Or you may have to try 3 or 4 different banks before getting a loan for your car. So this is just an example. So that those kind of situations may come up. So be ready for that, and you should put a lot of effort in order to get that. It is all going to aspect your seventh house. So seventh house. Um, there will be a little bit dry situations during this time period because Saturn is aspecting your seventh house. Also, Ketu is going to aspect your seventh house. Little bit challenging time, so be careful with your relationship with your spouse. At times, you may feel disconnected to your family, so don't go look for anything outside your marital life. So yeah, be careful about same goes with the business partners. If you are working with somebody else as a business partner, so should be careful about maintaining a cordial relationship with the business partner during this Saturn transit. So next sign is Gemini. So when for Gemini guys, Saturn is transiting in ninth house after its tough period, tough and challenging transit in your eighth house. It is finally moving to the ninth house. Congrats, guys. Those who are planning to do higher studies in foreign countries, it's the best time to apply and get your work visa, the student visas done. And Saturn is a slow planet, so it slowly improves your luck. Since it's going into the Multrigon sign, it will definitely help you get very matured mentors or gurus in your life. It's a very good time to have a very matured talks with your father to resolve any issues or to get opinion about any career related or any like in general life related opinions from your father. Saturn is going to aspect your 11th house of incoming gains through your work. At the same time, Rahu is also going to be there in the 11th house. So be very careful about the income sources from your work or through the business. There could be a chances that you may get cheated during this time period. So be careful about it, and also be careful about the friendship circle. Their Rahu tries to expand it, and Saturn going to try to it's a contradiction. The Saturn going to slow down that process. So due to this, there will be a conflict in the 11th house. So be careful about your friend circle, friendships, and also with the relationship with your elder brother. I'm going to aspect your third house, and which is the communication house. Since it is aspecting the third house, there could be chances that you may see some misunderstanding of your words in immediate circle, people like with your younger siblings. So be careful about your words. Watch, pick very matured words. And also when it comes to the effort, there will be a times that you may have to put a little more effort. Earlier, it used to be like a picking up a flower. Now you have to put a lot of hard work in order to get it done. So be careful about the communication devices as well, like cell phones. It may fall off from you, and then you may have to buy a new phones. So challenges with your communication equipments is also seen through this transit. So be careful about all your communication equipments. I can't list all the communication equipments in this video. So in generally, I would say all equipments related to communication. Also, if you plan any short distance travels, it will not go as per the plan. So there will be challenges or changes in the plan you will see. So be ready for anything, if any minor changes that is going to happen through your way. It is going to aspect your sixth house as well. It is very good. Why? Because your enemy is not going to win over you. They cannot win over you, so you will win. So but just don't be too overconfident. Be cautious about who you are talking to and who your opponents are. So yeah, keep in mind that even though Saturn is going to help trump them, but be careful about, be watchful about your enemies. Health wise, it is a good transit. Slowly you will recover or identify if you have any health issues. It is a good transit to get treated about your health issues that you've been facing since many years. Finally, a word of advice is Saturn is a slow moving planet, so it will give results slowly. So if you try to rush in any of the areas that I mentioned above, then you're not going to see, no matter how much effort you put. So that's why I'm trying to stress about this, that it will give slow and steady progress. So have patience. Try to have patience in all these areas from now on, and it will teach you. Saturn will teach you the patience. Moving on to the next sign, it's a Cancer sign. For Cancer folks, Saturn is going to transit in your 8th house. So 8th house, and again it's a Mula Trikona sign, and is Aquarius. Saturn will help you to get the money which is not earned by you. So like inheritance, other people's money, maybe spouse's money, and you have to be a little bit patient with regards to your in-laws when dealing with your in-laws. Saturn is going to help in terms of the career, especially those who are into the mining, those who are into metals, those who are into research, and those who are into, they don't deal with day-to-day life. Like I would say, they work in the background. So those people will have a good career. So only thing is, put your lot of good and hard work, and you'll see the results. Saturn is going to aspect your 10th house uh, from the 8th house, from its third aspect, and it is going to aspect Rahu as well. Rahu will be seated in the 10th house, so there will be some kind of confusion with regards to your work, or there could be some kind of cheating at work. Could be seen like somebody takes the credit of your work, or somebody promises you the work and you don't get the work. work done, or somebody, you may work for someone and they don't pay you. Something like this could happen during this time period. Saturn gonna aspect your second house, so you should be very careful with regards to your savings and bank related stuff, like transactions with the bank. You should be very careful about the food you take in. So there could be a chances that food poisoning can be seen. And also when you speak, you should be very careful about what you speak. Those who are into the industries where you have to use your voice, such as the people who are in the media industry, those who are into singing, you should put little bit of hard work in order to see progress in your career. Also aspects your fifth house, so there could be some sudden events coming up in your life with respect to the love relationship, and with the kids, if you are married and you have kids, with regards to the kids, and it will be a little bit dry in terms of romantic relationship with your partner. So put a lot of effort with regards to the creativity at the work. Since it's aspect in the fifth house, so don't do too much of a speculative businesses, such as investing on the share market or any speculative business. If you want to invest, do it keeping in the mind for a long run, like invested, like you want to invest it for 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years, maybe 30 years, something like that. Otherwise you'll face some hard challenges, and you will remember my words. For Leo folks, Saturn is transiting in your seventh house of marriage, relationship, and business partnerships. I would like to say that in general, Leo is ruled by Sun, and Saturn is not a very good. Or these two planets will not get along very well. So they think both of them are opposite. Think they are enemies. Saturn will trigger your marriage during this time period, but it is going to be slow, steady progress. So don't rush. And also, if you are planning to open up any kind of businesses or do a partnership with your friend or somebody else, then it's a good time to start, since Saturn will be there. But Saturn allows to see your hard work put into it in order to make your relationship work, either in the marriage or in the business. So it's in general it's a good time, since it's a Mool Trikona as well. Saturn is not going to put too much restrictions on you. It will be relatively good for you guys. Saturn is going to aspect your ninth house from its third aspect. So your long distance travels, or in general travels, will not going to be as smooth as you think. There could be changes in the plans. Um, and also, those who are planning to go for higher studies, there will be some kind of restrictions on your way. So you have to go through those restrictions in order to reach your goal. If you're trying to find a mentor, they will give you the challenges, or they will test you before they accept you. Um, and also same goes with your father. The relationship with your father will be a little bit restrained during this time period, so be careful about that as well. And finally, the luck factor. Saturn gonna put its Saturnian rings onto it. So if you work really hard, it's gonna break by itself. So work hard. Don't rely on your luck. And since Rahu is already present there, the ninth house, so all the above areas that I mentioned, there could be a chances that you may go wrong with all of these areas, because Rahu is Maya. It is gonna put a virtual curtain in front of you so that you don't see clearly what is coming to you in those areas of your life. It is also going to aspect your first house, so be careful about your health, your head, and name and fame is not going to come to you so easily. You have to put a lot of effort, a lot of hard work in order to achieve your goals and name and fame at work. Saturn's last aspect is going to fall on your fourth house, your happiness. Your happiness will be disturbed during this time period. Relationship with your mother will be very, very fragile. So be careful with your mother. Don't have tough conversation with your mother. Just she's your mother anyways, right? So don't get into too much arguments or any hard words with her. Just let it slide. Just take it easy. Anything related to the house, like building the house, a little bit challenging during this time period, and you may face some kind of challenges with respect to buying a car or making things happen with respect to the happiness for yourself. Those which gives you the luxury or comfort is going to be hampered during this time period. So yeah, it may not happen as you think. It's because of Saturn. So like and if some of the things which are a little bit old may get broke during this time period, you may have to replace those things. It could be a car, it could be a AC, anything which gives you comfort. So yeah, those are the things seen during the Saturn transit. Now, moving on to the next sign, it's Virgo people. For Virgo folks, Saturn is going to transit in your sixth house. It is going to do well in the sixth house. It is going to help win over enemies, win over competition. Your enemies cannot win over you. And if you've been suffering from long term any kind of diseases, then you're gonna overcome those by taking medication. And if you're planning to buy a new pet for yourself, then this is the good time to do so. If you're going through the court and litigation stuff, it may slow down a little bit the process of the litigation process. Your day-to-day life will get better for a good cause. Gonna aspect your eighth house, so be careful about the investment and also while driving. Don't speed too much. Be careful about gambling as well. Do not gamble too much during this time period when Saturn is transiting. It's going to aspect 12th house. Definitely, it is going to affect your sleep, bed life, bed pleasures, and the long distance travels. It is not going to be as per your plan. It will have some challenges or different routes. So be careful about that as well. If you're planning to do a visit to the ashrams or any religious places, this also includes that. So it is not going to happen as per the plan. So be careful about that. Also, Saturn aspects your third house. So third house, be careful with the communications. So it should be very matured. Like, do not do loose talks. So pick words wisely, then it will have weightage when you're talking to the people. Otherwise, it's not going to be as powerful as yeah, you thought it should be. And it is a good sign for the business people, because it is going to produce the results as per your hard work. So overall, it's good, but be careful about your communication devices, such as your phone. um, so you may face some challenges due to your communication equipment, so be careful about that. In general, if you are facing any issues due to the Saturn transit in the areas that I mentioned, it is wise. Uh, Saturn likes the hard work. If you put lot of hard work in those areas, you can overcome any challenges. And Saturn is strict. So if you promise something to anybody, it is good if you deliver on time. Otherwise, Saturn will not be happy. Third thing is, Saturn is the old people. So if you help the old people, Saturn gets happy. He will be happy. Or those who works under you, or low profile jobs. So if you can help them, Saturn gets better in your chart. It will help you in your career in general. So that's that. And also, if possible, you can chant the mantras of Lord Hanuman every day during this Saturn transit. It will also help overcome your challenges. You all know that Lord Saturn has given a promise to the Lord Hanuman that he's not going to hurt those who uh, chant Lord Hanuman's uh, mantras, like Hanuman Chalisa or any kind of mantra related to the Lord Hanuman. So be on Lord Hanuman's side. For Libra folks, it is going to transit in your fifth house. So it is very good for people who are looking for a partner in your life. It is good for conceiving a children. And if you already have children in your life, then you may have to put a lot of effort with regards to taking care of your children and children related stuff. So be careful about that. Other than that, overall it's good. Creativity will flourish at your work. And if you're trying to invest in any kind of speculative business or share market or any kind of businesses, then it is better to focus on long-term returns and invest rather than looking for short-term investments, short-term returns, I would say. Saturn is going to aspect your seventh house, so be very careful while dealing with your partner. There could be some challenges coming up in your life, also with the business partnership as well, at home as well as at the business. So it is a little bit fragile right now. If you get into heated argument, then Saturn is like a fuel. It is gonna help burn more. So better keep off of any kind of heated arguments with your spouse and other business partners. You may have to put a lot of effort to make it work in your relationship. So earlier, a lot of responsibilities comes up, a lot of hard work you need to put to take care of your spouse and the business partnership. Yeah, it's a little bit of challenging times for you guys. So Saturn is going to aspect your 11th house as well. So there will be a little bit of hard work you need to put in order to get your money from your work. And also with respect to maintaining your friend circle, social circle, it is a little bit challenging during this time period. So be careful about that as well. And also dealing with your elder sibling. So you should be very careful. Why? Because it will be a little bit of restrained. Some heated arguments may come in due to this transit, so be careful about that as well. And yeah, be careful, like follow the dharma, like righteous path, and then all those things will be neglected, or you don't see them coming on your way. Next, Saturn will aspect your second house, so house of wealth. It is going to bring wealth to you, but you should be very careful about that. Why? Because since Saturn puts restrictions, so you should think making a wealth, keeping in terms of the long term wealth generation, long term savings in the mind. Otherwise, Saturn is not going to help you in that aspect. So there will be a lot of restrictions with regards to the food, that you may not be able to take the food on time, so you may skip the food, or there could be chances where the food get spoiled, or food poisoning chances. And you have to put a lot of effort in your family life in order to work it, and to organize any parties in your house. You have to put a lot of effort during this time period. And be careful about the speech, what you speak in front of the people, since second house is also for speech. You should be very careful, and you should be very matured in what you speak, and pick wise words. And for Libra guys, Saturn is a yoga karaka for you guys. So it is a friend with the Libra people. Why? Because Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus and Saturn both think that they are friends. So usually Saturn will do good for you guys rather than doing bad. So overall, the transit is going to be a good. So take care, and good luck. Scorpio folks, Saturn is going to transit in your fourth house of motherland. So during this transit, the relationship with your mother gets better over the time, not overnight. So try to get better relationship with your mother. And also, if you're trying to build a house, when you if you have a flat, then this is the good time to do so. Saturn is going to help. Saturn indicates the construction industry, constructing the house, so it is going to help you to construct the house. And also, if you want to buy some convenience stuff, such as which gives you the comfort in your life, it is a good time to do so. Saturn will help you in that as well. Will also help you to buy new vehicles, but the process will be long and slow, but it will help you to buy those um, vehicles, house, and comforts in your life. Saturn is going to aspect your sixth house. Sixth house. Since Rahu is already there in the sixth house, there is going to be little bit challenges when you're dealing with your opponent people or the enemies. If you also, when you try to you want to get a loans from the bank, it is also a little bit challenging time, so be careful about that. You may face a lot of challenges with regards to your health as well. You may also face challenges due to your pet's health um, may deteriorate and you may have to run to the hospital in odd time periods. So that is also seen through this. There is a chance that you your health will be diagnosed wrongly. When you go to the doctor, they do all the tests, and they figure out some disease which is not actually you have it. You have some other diseases, but doctor will diagnose something else. That is also seen through this. Saturn is also aspects your 10th house. So be careful about your work. Don't neglect your work. Don't delay your work. Don't delay submission of the projects. Do on time, put a lot of hard work, and put a lot of hard work in maintaining the relationship with your higher authority as well. As much hard work as you put, that much reward you're going to get with the Saturn, as it is going to have a direct aspect on the 10th house. So be careful about your work. Do not try to change your work all of a sudden. Due to the Saturn's aspect, you may feel the current work might be challenging, and you want to change to the new company or new career or something like that. So, but don't do it. Take it easy, and then go along the flow. And the last aspect of Saturn is going to be on your first house. It is going to bring a lot of challenges with your health. So be careful about the health. Do not neglect the health. I think I already covered this area of it, but since there are two houses which is representing the health, I'm also going to cover in this section as well. You have to put a lot of effort for your name and fame, to maintain that name and fame, to get the name and fame. Overall, the transit is good, but only thing is you have to be careful in the areas that I've mentioned. Put a lot of effort in order to maintain a relationship with your mother, bosses, and be careful about your health too. Try to visit hospitals and be mindful about your health. Finally, first house is also for your head, so take care of your head. There could be some injuries. Or so moving on to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius folks, Saturn is transiting in your third house. So third house is for your efforts, and Saturn is hard work. So you have to put a lot of hard work in order to see the fruits of your efforts. And your communication will be very matured. People will start to follow you with your mature words. Relationship with your younger siblings will get better, and people around you will help in your hard work and in your efforts. So take good advantage of this time. Saturn going to aspect your third house, and third house is for your love and relationship. So you may find a partner. They could be not a right person for you. There could be some cheating, or I would say not right person. Wrong person will come into your life, and that will end up in breakup. So be careful about that. There could be, if you have children's, then if you have children's, then there could be unexpected sudden things going to happen with respect to your children, that you may have to run around or put a lot of effort to fix it. Same goes with your creativity at work, and also businesses. So be careful about the business offers you may get during this time period. And also the when be careful when investing in the speculative markets. You may find it is lucrative, but it is not. So be careful about that. Saturn aspects your ninth house. So ninth house related things will not favor too much during this time period. Relationship your father with the father will be very distant. Luck will not favor 100% as before. Hard work will. So put a lot of hard work in any kind of any areas. Long distance travel to the religious places and all, they may not go as per your plan. It will take too much of effort from you. And also the higher studies, the students who are planning for a higher studies in the foreign countries, or in general just a higher studies, you guys have to put a lot of effort to achieve your goal. And those who are into the foreign businesses, be careful. And there could be chances that you may have to put a lot of effort during this time period because of losing business. And there will be chances that disturbance in the sleep will be seen during this transit. Long distance travel will not be fruitful without your hard work. So, or with it's not going to happen as per your wish, as per the plan. It may changes on its own, on its way. So, yeah, overall, the Saturn transit is good. It's kind of mixture of both. So be careful. And Saturn is hard work. Put a lot of your hard work and dedication, and follow a righteous path in all those areas. Then it will Saturn will definitely reward you in that. Capricorn people, Saturn is going to transit in your second house. Second house is a money house. It is going to bring money into you, and it is going to improve your bank balance, savings, and it will also help you to enjoy different cuisines, um, old old kind of cuisines, old food. I would say old way of cooking the food, not the stale food. And there could be some celebration with your extended family, and maybe the family members, father, mother, and brothers, like that. Saturn gonna aspect on your on your fourth house of mother and motherland. So it will be a little bit dicey during this time period. So be careful about your relationship with your mother. And also, when you're buying a new house or new land or new property, anything, be very, very, very careful. Why? Because we have Rahu there, and Rahu is a Maya. It is gonna put a screen in front of you that you're not gonna see. There is a chances that you may get cheated. So double verify all the documents that in order to buy a house or buy a vehicle, or buy any other things which gives you comfort. Saturn aspects your eighth house, so be careful about the eighth house related things while driving, while investing. It also indicates the losses. So there could be some losses of life in your family. So be careful about that as well. I'm gonna aspect your 11th house. So it is also the money house, the money you earn from your work, the reward you're going to get from your work or the business. So Saturn is going to improve your money resources over the time period of 2.5 years. So Saturn is also a significator of the hard work. How much hard work you put, that much gains you would see during this time period. And also be careful about then friendship and the network circle, dealing with your elder siblings and the social events. So overall, I would say that you should put a lot of hard work, effort, then only Saturn will be pleased. If you find any challenges due to the Saturn transit, it is better to worship Lord Hanuman and chant Lord Hanuman's mantras every day, so that you will get over any difficulties due to the Saturn transit. Next sign is Aquarius sign. For Aquarius folks, Saturn is going to transit in your very first house, so be careful about your health. Saturn is going to bring a name and fame for you during this transit, as it is going through its Mool Trikona sign. It will also bring in a lot of responsibility with respect to your family life. Saturn will aspect the third house, but be careful about the third house things, because there is Rahu, so it will not go as per the plan. There could be some sudden events which is going to happen with you in terms of your effort, in terms of the people around you, in terms of your siblings. So be careful about those areas of your life. And Saturn also aspects the seventh house of your family and partner. If you are married, then be careful about how you deal with your spouse and also with your business partner. Um, it's not a it is going to be a little bit challenging times, so be careful. Put a lot of effort in order to maintain the relationship, in order to maintain the business partnership. Saturn gonna aspect your 10th house of career, so it is gonna do well if you put a lot of effort in your career, in your projects. um, do deliver your projects on time. Do put a lot of effort maintaining the relationship with your higher authority, higher bosses, or immediate boss. um, Otherwise it is going to be a little bit challenging time. So be on the righteous path. Saturn rewards the people who are on the righteous path, because it's the planet of Dharma. And don't get into the illicit relationship or extramarital relationship. It is going to hurt your marital life. Overall, this transit is going to be a good. Make use of it. And finally, we are going to the next sign, that is Pisces. For Pisces people, Saturn is going to transit in 12th house. So Saturn in 12th house going to bring in a lot of opportunities related to the foreign lands, maybe due to the work, or maybe for education, or maybe for religious regions. Saturn going to aspect on second house, so second house of wealth and food intake. So be careful about the savings, because you may get cheated during this time period, as Rahu is sitting in the second house. And also there could be a chances that you eat a wrong food and it could turn into be allergic, or turn to be poisonous food for you. So be careful about the food, and with the savings, and also with respect to the words you choose when you speak, because second house is also for speech. And also when dealing with the family members, second house is also for family. So overall, I would say be careful about second house related things. Saturn will aspect your sixth house, so you may face some challenges from your enemies. You may face challenges when you're going to get a loan for yourself. You may face challenges due to your health. You may face challenges due to your day-to-day life. It could be your work life as well. Saturn will aspect ninth house. So ninth house is for luck. So you have to put a lot of hard work in order to make your luck work in your favor. Be careful about relationship with your father. Be mindful when talking to your father, and long distance travels as well. For those students who wants to take up the higher studies, the route will not be very easy route for you guys. You should put a lot of hard work and effort in order to see your successes and goals to be reached. Overall, this transit is going to be good, and only thing I would say is Saturn likes hard work. Whatever the area the Saturn is transiting and aspecting, if you put a lot of hard work and disciplined about it, then he's going to reward you with the sweetness of the successes. So yeah, finally I'm going to end this video by saying that if you are facing any challenges due to the Saturn transit, the best thing to do is surrendering yourself to Lord Hanuman. He will protect you from the Saturnian effects. So chanting Saturn's mantras, chanting Hanumanji's mantras will help you overcome any difficulty or challenging situations due to Saturn. Thank you, everyone.